when I first came on the board in 2005, it was a case where my very first meeting was in the throes or the midst of this discussion of what are we doing with economic development and changing of staff and the things that all related to how we organized ourselves as Chamber of Commerce, Main Street, Iowa Economic Development. And during that process, the Chamber of Commerce, Waverly Area Development Group at that time felt that maybe economic development needed to go to the city, to a new staff person that would be housed at the city offices.
Well, I think every president kind of deals with whatever situation is happening at the time, and I think every chamber president that you talk to has found that they had their own challenges, and our particular challenge was in a little bit of a transition period when economic development moved to the city, and our funding was a little bit in jeopardy, and we just figured out a way to continue to work through those issues and reach out to all the stakeholders in Waverly and kind of made our case on what the Chamber and Main Street is about and why it's vital to our community and to our city. And because we have such great people and because people care about Waverly and want the best and realize the value for moving projects forward and for bringing people together, help create quality of life, we got a great response.
A lot of things good have come from that. It maybe helped us focus a little bit more on the things that we really needed to do as a chamber, work with small business owners, work on the tourism events and the special events and the things that go along with that. So in some ways I think it was a definite plus. You know, we do a good job, I think, at the chamber working with the city economic development staff to make sure things are covered.
I always say that economic development in the chamber, it's kind of like the left hand and the right hand of the body. They both need to know what's going on and working together, and I think we do a nice job with the chamber with that. But at the same time, it allows us to split our focus where one entity is solely focused on one area. And I think that's really been a benefit for Waverly's growth in the last several years.
The important thing is people are giving of their time, businesses and industry are giving of their resources, and it's for creating our path forward, for finding what's best for Waverly, what's best for its citizens, what's best for its businesses.
I think it's really important that, you know, everybody always talks about the now, but we also need to talk about the future, and I think Waverly's done a great job looking into the future, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. But I think economic development and chamber have really built a fortified relationship, that they work well together and they're working for the same goal overall, and that's to make Waverly great.
I just love chamber and I love Waverly and I love to see it grow. And
it's kind of like your grandkids. You love your grandkids and they're the best and they're better than anybody, and so I guess I just look at the chamber as, you know what, this is the place to be. It's just progressive, and people that volunteer here are positive minded, and I just love it.
Organizations must evolve to stay viable, and the Chamber has had excellent leadership from the community to see it through many changes. It's an exciting time to look back on our rich history and to look forward at what's to come. Dozens of volunteers throughout Waverly have contributed to the positive momentum that surrounds us today, and it's that dedication and leadership that has positioned us for a strong future.
A